Scram, everybody. It's time to get your Italian on. It's manicotti time.
Non più tra i farfalloni amoroso, notte e giorno di torno girano, delle belle turbando al riposo.
So here's how we get this filling started. I have a 8-ounce block of cream cheese. Now what I like to do is you can leave it sitting on the counter for hours at a time, or you could be like me and put it in a bowl, nuke it for 20 seconds, and you saw just how soft it was. Now here we go with some sun-dried tomatoes. They come packed in oil, and they're so good. They are so good. They have a deep, rich flavor, and I'm only going to do some because, I don't want it to overpower anything. But I'm going to cut these into tiny little pieces just so they can spread out throughout the cheese mixture. We want that. Look at these expert knife skills. Oh my goodness. Tiny, tiny, tiny. So basically, that's how big you want them. I'm going to do these and get right back. Bam. Throw them in there. Now we're going to mix this all up in the cream cheese. I like to mix as I go with every ingredient. And the reason for this is that make sure everything gets mixed up well and you don't have like a pocket of one thing that's been, saving up. Ricotta cheese. So this is just a small tub of ricotta cheese, and I use the kind with whole milk. The other stuff is just so dry, and that's no bueno. Ricotta cheese can be dry anyway by itself. That's why I like mixing it with cream cheese. It just gives it that really good texture and flavor. So you can see here, I'm mixing as I'm going, because that's how I roll. Next, we're going to add a cup of shredded Parmesan cheese, which we will follow up with a cup of shredded mozzarella cheese. So I said it was easy and I said it was cheesy, and I do not lie. So here we go. Let's mix all this together. Now I thought I had the camera rolling, but I missed one thing. There's 3 cloves of garlic that I finely minced and then ran through a press. It's also mixed in here. You will need some garlic. It just really helps flavor it up and just tastes so wonderful. And it really plays off those sun-dried tomatoes as well. Now, you could stop here if you wanted to and just have straight up cheese manicotti. But that ain't how I roll either. So this is parsley. It's fresh parsley. I'm just tearing it up just for a little freshness, a little herbaceousness. And then I'll give that a mix. The next thing we're going to add, spinach. So this is frozen chopped spinach. And what I did was I nuked it till it was thawed, and then I reach in a handful at a time and squeeze the life out of it, trying to remove all the water you possibly can. Other people like to do a towel, then you got this green soppy towel. It's filthy and gross. I don't mind using my flesh mitts. Just squeeze them up. This is 2 links of Italian sausage with fennel. And I just removed the casing and then just browned it up. So this is it. This is all we're going to put inside our filling. And I think that's plenty, don't you? So good. There's just tons and tons of flavor coming out of this. You just can't beat it. So once you get it mixed up, we're going to cook our noodles. Now before, if you recall, I always said if you have a baking pan that needs to be sprayed, when you pull the pan out, put your spray in it right away so you don't forget. Because when you go to load it, you're going to be like, oh, hey, there's a jar in here. Spray! So these are manicotti noodles that I cooked almost according to direction. The direction said put them in boiling water for 7 minutes. So I did it for 6. Why? Why do you ask? All right, why? Here's why. Because I want them to be a little more al dente for the stuffing process. If I was to cook these all the way through, they would be ripping, tearing, all that good stuff. But they're cooked almost there. So just 60 to 90 seconds before they're done. I pulled them out and then I immediately gave them a rinse in cold water. I know normally you don't do that with pasta, But because it's so starchy, if they were to collapse, they would stick together, and then you got this hot mess of, ripped and torn up manicotti, and it's not pretty. Unlike this little gem. Look at that. That is cute. So, you can see that took quite a while to load that with a spoon. So I'm here to tell you a little secret. After like this third one here, I threw that spoon in the sink and started using my hands. And I had the rest of them done in absolutely no time. Look at that. Bam. Use your hands, stuff them in there. This is a jar of marinara sauce. It was on sale. You can make your own. You can use your favorite sauce, whatever. I got this one. It's a toasted garlic marinara sauce. So do the whole jar. This is a 9x13 pan, by the way, and 1 full box of manicotti. So don't forget, I did not quite finish cooking them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rinse the rest of that sauce out in the jar with water. No more than a half a cup. I'm going to pour it all around. I'm not done yet though, because there was still more in there. So I didn't put enough water in it. So what that's going to do is it's going to steam and it's going to finish cooking your manicotti, and they come out perfect every time. So to keep the steam in, we're going to cover this baby up with foil. But first, let's add some cheese. So this is about a half a cup of that shredded Parmesan cheese. And then we're going to use the rest of our mozzarella on top because, hello, it's cheesy manicotti. So if it's easy and cheesy, you got to put more cheese on. Let me know what you think in the comments if you think this was an easy recipe. I totally think it is. There's no real skill involved in it. And while you're at it, how about hitting that like button? Give it a good smash and consider subscribing. I would love it if you would join us and get all kinds of new recipes. So now I'm going to put this foil on, and I'm going to put it on as tight as I can. I'm going to throw it into an oven that's preheated 350 degrees and cook it 45 to 55 minutes. And here we are 45 minutes later. Look at that. Yum city. Oh, let's do a zoom in. Oh my gosh, look at that plate. Don't you wish you had it? That's 3 manicottis right there. Hungry man. Hey, thanks for watching, you guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments. Have a wonderful day.